Greetings, mathematicians. This is Mrs. Mouse, and I'm really excited because we're getting towards the end of our soft chalk unit about triangles. So today we're going to learn how to use tangent. It's a trig function to help us find the height of a triangle. Let's get started. All right, I'll get my screen set up and then we will be good to go. There we go. Okay, so we are going to use what's called tangent. It is a trig function. And to find the tangent of an angle, we have to use the opposite over adjacent. Now, what's going to happen is one of those is going to be missing. And so we fill in the information and make sure you have a calculator. We're going to definitely use that to help us out here today. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at example 1. So we have the given angle, 55 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and mark it here. And you can see that the x is opposite that 55-degree angle, and 7 is considered adjacent to this angle. So we're going to fill in the information here. So we're going to write tangent of 55 degrees equals our opposite, which is x, over 7. All right, so how do we solve that now? Well, I'd like to just put a 1 underneath so it looks like a proportion, and we're going to cross multiply. So all we're going to have to do is take tangent of 55 and times it by 7. So I want you to grab your calculator, and I definitely want to go over with you how to do that. Okay, so I'm going to turn my calculator on, get it all cleared out. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is hit the tan key. And that is right there. So I'm going to hit that first. I'm going to put in my angle of 55. Now, the important thing is you have to close it up. So make sure you close it up. And then we're going to times by 7. Now, we're probably going to get a decimal that is pretty crazy here. Okay, now a lot of times we end up just rounding to the nearest 10th, 100th. They can always just have to look at the directions. So let's go ahead and we're going to round this to the nearest 10th. This is kind of an interesting one because we have 9.99. And so that 9 is going to make this 9 a 0 and that 9 a 10. Okay, so we're going to write the answer is 10. And we're going to put 0.0. So that means that we did look at the calculator and we are going to round it. And so that kind of makes sense that this height would be about 10.0. Okay, let's look at example 2. All right, so it's just a different size triangle, different angle. So this is the angle that we want to use to find the tangent. So tangent, again, is opposite over adjacent. So I'm going to go tan of 23 is going to equal x. That's my opposite. My adjacent side, it's attached right on it, is 12. Put a 1 underneath here. So how we type it in, we're going to cross multiply. And of course, anything times 1 is itself. So once we multiply that, we're going to have our answer. So we're going to type it in, tan 23. Make sure you have those parentheses, times 12. All right, let's see what we get this time. Move that up a little bit so we can see the calculator. Hit clear. Okay, so I'm going to hit the tan key, put in the angle degree, 23, close it up, and times it by 12. All right, let's see what we get this time. Now let's go to the nearest tenth. kind of see it. I know I got the shadow there. So 5.09. So behind the 0 is a 9, so I am going to round up. So I'm going to make that 5.1. And so that would be the height of our missing side. So what I want you to do is go into your soft chalk, and there are going to be some check questions. And please put those in your notebook. And then we are just about set to be able to go outside and measure some different heights.